So I want to again thank all of the workers in the neighborhood who are right now in and out of homes trying to restore them as quickly as possible, and to all the volunteers, including Jimmy the plumber, who have done so much outreach in the community. I'll give you a short update and then I'll let you ask questions of those who are doing the technical side of this. But the Great Lakes Water Authority continues to make progress. You've seen the replacement line has gone in. They are sealing it now and have work to do in order to make it operational. And once that's done, DWSD will go in and repair the secondary break, and DTE will repair the gas line. Right now, we are really focused on trying to get the families in the hotels back into their homes as soon as possible. And we believe that there's approximately 200 houses that need work. What it takes to get a family from the hotel back into their homes properly is a 6-step process. First, we have to do an inspection. Second, we have to remove the debris from the basements. Third, we have to go in and sanitize and clean. Fourth, we have to go in and replace furnaces and hot water heaters. Fifth, we've got to bring the family through for a final inspection. And sixth, we've got to move them from the hotel back into the house. We're going to have to do that 200 times, and we're going to attempt to do it with the kind of care you would expect if it were your own home. As of last night, the inspections are nearly all done. 58 of the houses are through phase 2. We got the debris out of the basement. 25 of the houses were through phase 3. Basements have been sanitized and cleared of water. There's another 50 staff out on the street today doing the sanitizing, so we will speed that up. I do expect by Thursday our 5 contractors will be into phase 4, starting to put hot water heaters and new furnaces, or repair the hot water heaters and furnaces so that the heat and the hot water are restored. And so we will see how that process goes starting Thursday. But I gotta say, those of you who were out here with me 8 days ago when we were under 4 feet of water, if you live here and you've been displaced from your home, this seems like it is an extremely slow process. But for those who are making sure that every single house is restored properly, we don't want to rush and take shortcuts. And once we get people back in their homes, we'll go through the process of reimbursement with the claims for damaged property. But right now the focus is, let's get these houses safe, let's get them restored, let's get families back from the hotels. And I've got the leadership here from the Detroit Water and Sewer Department, the Great Lakes Water Authority, and with that, take any questions. Yeah, you know, Gary Brown put out a goal of 6 weeks, and it is going to be a function, I suspect, of phase 4. Can our 5 contractors, if they can do 1 to 2 houses a day with the furnaces and the hot water heaters, will be done under the 6 weeks, and we'll have a better feel for that a week from now. But so far, we are on the track that we expected. By Thursday, I do expect furnaces and hot water heaters to start going into houses.
Mr. Mayor, if you can, you said last week the HVAC installation repairs were set to happen on Monday. Can you just walk us through what happened between Monday and now Thursday?
When I said this week, at least I hope I said this week, but the same folks who do the furnaces and the hot water heaters are right now doing the sanitizing, right? And when they do the sanitizing, they inspect the furnaces and the hot water heaters so they know exactly which equipment to bring in. So those crews are in the basements right now. I think the physical installation is likely to start on Thursday.
Just to be clear, last I want to say Friday, you said that it should begin on Monday, the installation of the HVAC.
So I should have said this week.
Sure.
Right. Those of you who covered the The August 21 floods know that with the FEMA process, this was a 6-month process. So I appreciate, if I were in a hotel, I would want to know tomorrow. But if you take the time to go talk to the folks who went through the FEMA response process, I think you will find that leaving the federal government out and doing this ourselves is going to cut months off the response, but it will not be fast enough for somebody who's not in their home.
Mayor, my apologies if you said this and I didn't hear you, but can you reiterate the numbers of how many people you still have that are out in hotels displaced?
So we have just under 200, I think we're about 190 families in hotels. Some are staying with friends. So we believe we have approximately 200 houses that need to be restored. And that number will get refined as we go into each house, but it's in that range.
And anecdotally, are you able to say whether the damage is worse or what was expected, or can you give a little context?
So if it's your house, the damage is terrible. If you were comparing it to the August 21 flood when it was sewage backed up into basements, the folks there would have said it was a lot worse. Now I know we've had at least one house and maybe more where the pipes froze and created damage even on an upper level. So in those circumstances, we're going to have more restoration. But I think this is what we had expected. We had water in basements in approximately 200 houses, and I think what we're finding is what we expected. I'll let Gary talk about it. He's seen more of it than I have.
Yeah, thank you. And so what we're attempting to do right now is put the homes into categories. The first category being category 1, it just needs to be sanitized, debris removed and sanitized. We should be able to take care of that within a matter of hours. The second category will be you need to have the house sanitized and you need a hot water tank. The third category, you need a hot water tank and a furnace. And the fourth category, hot water tank, furnace, and you have some pipes that have busted. Those are the more severe houses. I don't suspect there are more than 30 in that category. So once we have them in the categories, we will match them up with our contractor skill level and be able to move really fast.
Another 4 weeks is still a fair estimate? 6
I would say it's close to 6, but
6 from now.
At a minimum 6 weeks, because we're just getting into the homes and understanding the level of damage in each one of them. So, and supplies is also furnaces and hot water tanks, being able to get the supplies needed. Some of the furnaces will need ductwork that has to be fabricated because the new furnace won't connect to the old ductwork without this fabrication. So there could be some delays that are just not in our control, but we're certainly going to move as fast as we can.
Foundation damage at all?
No, we've had, our DPW has a structural engineer. This building right here claimed that they had some structural damage. We had our engineers take a look at it and we found none. It's right next to the hole.
Gary, can you reiterate timing on the fix and what still needs to be
Yeah.
done, and then when it will be
I'll let
implemented?
Todd speak to that.
Sure.
So right
I don't know
now,
who you are.
sorry, Todd King from Great Lakes Water Authority. So right now, we've got the pipe in the hole. It has been welded up. There's an access manway that's been put in. They're inside the pipe doing some mortaring, which is a part of the water main. Once they're complete with that, they're also building a rebar steel cage around it, and we'll be placing concrete around the pipe to protect it. After that, as the mayor said, we'll be backfilling. DWSD will come in and repair the 6-inch main. DTE will come in and repair the gas main.
Still looking at about it was 2 weeks as of last week. We're still looking at the same timeline.
Roughly in terms of the restoration, yeah. I mean, in terms of the repair, the return to the service of the utilities, about 2 weeks. The restoration obviously going to go longer, where we have to wait for the right weather to do the paving and restoration work.
Is there concern about other areas of this transmission line busted?
Yes, I mean, we have concerns. We're reviewing the information. We have gone up and inspected, what's available, what's been dewatered. We don't see any additional damage, but again, this is a 93-year-old pipe. We have concerns, and we're reviewing those and coming up with a plan.
How many other lines of this age in Detroit?
roughly, rough numbers, 300,000 lineal feet.
Mayor Duggan, some residents have expressed, they've been very vocal about their needs, and they've also expressed some frustration with communication between them and the city. What's being done to kind of clear up, any kind of issues and communicate with the people?
Yeah, and so you've seen, we've had Ava, the district manager, Malia, the deputy mayor, Ray Solomon, and people have been on the streets every day. But you've got 400 homes, and that's 400 sets of needs. And we are doing our best for every single one. But this is a time where, people woke up in the middle of the night and found their basements filled with water and 4 feet of water in the street. You can understand the anxiety and frustration. But we're on these streets every day communicating. I think we're doing hopefully a better job with the volunteers who are out here. In many cases, are hearing some of the issues before we do. I think we're doing a better job now of communicating those. We're just going to keep working at it.
What is the message
I'm just going to keep trying to explain the steps over and over. And I think the people in the hotels are probably maybe more knowledgeable on exactly what's going on. But think about the logistics. If we want to come in and do an inspection, the homeowner has to be there, whether they're in a hotel or whether they're staying with a friend. If we want to come back and take the debris, the homeowner has to be there to supervise that. What is being discarded? We come back to sanitize what the homeowner let us in. When it come back to do the furnaces and the hot water heaters. And so the logistical aspect of this is just going to take constant communication. But I'm hoping that we will start communicating the 6 steps I told you. The inspection step, the removal of the debris, the sanitizing, the replacement of the furnace hot water heater, the final inspection, and moving back. I hope we get to a point where every single person knows exactly which step they're at and what time, what the date is they can expect. Some folks will have furnaces in this week. Some folks are not going to have furnaces in until 4 or 5 weeks from now. What we're going to try to do is communicate a schedule to everybody so that they know what to expect.
Any idea on total cost?
It'll be a lot. I don't know. Have you guys begun to put numbers on it?
No.
Follow-up question on the resident situation. So the community is really mobilized to offer its support. What would you say, in your opinion, is most needed right now? Is it supplies? Is it
So let me get Malia Howard, the deputy mayor. So the question is, what do we need most from the volunteers from the community?
I'm so sorry. Are you asking me for supplies, or what do we need from the volunteers themselves?
What's the biggest need? Is it volunteers? Is it supplies? Is it money to help people?
It's both.
On their feet?
It's all those things.
Okay.
So as far as supplies are concerned, we still need, daily items like, hygiene kits, feminine products, diapers in all sizes going up to size 7, toilet paper, paper towel, new underwear, new socks, in packages, brassieres in all sizes. So there's so many needs that we have. Donations, gas cards, gift cards. We're accepting everything. We still need volunteers to help us coordinate, but most importantly, we need volunteers who, Spanish is their language, their native language, right? And so we have a huge network that we're working with Congress of Communities, and there's so many organizations in this neighborhood that we're working with, Mr. Reyes, Miss Sonia, and Maria Salinas. So we just want to make sure that those are the things that we need. And so think about it like this. You go on vacation, right? What are the things that you're packing? But everyday items when you go to Target. So if I need puppy pads, like we have a need for puppy pads. We have pets that are staying in these hotels with their family members, right? Because that's their family. So we need puppy pads. Bring those to Patton and we can get them distributed out to the locations. And so those are the things, those are the basic needs. So think of your traditional Myers Target run every week. Okay, those are the things that we need. And so we'd appreciate you, and we appreciate the viewing community to continue to support our residents here in Southwest Detroit, because they need your support and they need your prayers. But we also need boots on the ground. And so I can, if you come to Patton, we can organize the volunteers, organize the donations, and make sure that we put you out into the community correctly.
So, Malia, why don't you follow up with Rob with the specific list
Okay.
of the priorities?
Yep.
Because that's great. But thank you, Rob. You guys have been fabulous. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you for the job you're doing. You guys are doing a great job of advocating for the community, and we're going to keep responding. So thank you.